Some people do not become sleepy before midnight. They become more awake. It matters. Their body is tired, but the mind starts acting like the day has just begun. Every night, the room gets quiet, the world slows down, and suddenly the brain gets louder. Pressure grows. This is not always laziness, bad discipline, or a simple phone addiction. Rest waits. For many people, midnight is when their nervous system finally asks for attention. Thoughts echo. All day, they function, respond, perform, and push uncomfortable feelings aside. Safety matters. At night, there are fewer distractions, so those feelings come back with interest. Time stretches. The mind reviews conversations, mistakes, future problems, and everything left unfinished. Patterns repeat. The person wants sleep, but the brain wants closure, control, and safety first. Relief pulls. That conflict is the psychology behind many people who cannot sleep before midnight. Morning pays. One major reason is revenge, bedtime procrastination, the quiet rebellion against a stolen day. It matters. If the day belonged to work, school, family, or obligations, night feels personal. Every night, the person delays sleep because sleeping means surrendering the only hours they control. Pressure grows. They may scroll, watch shows, snack, or think because nobody is demanding anything. Rest waits. The problem is not that they hate sleep. They hate losing themselves to tomorrow. Thoughts echo. Going to bed can feel like handing the day over before it ever felt theirs. Safety matters. So they stretch the night, even when every extra minute becomes tomorrow's exhaustion. Time stretches. This is a trade. Emotional freedom now, physical debt later. Patterns repeat. The trade feels rational at midnight because relief is immediate and consequences are delayed. Relief pulls. By morning, the same choice feels foolish, but by night it feels necessary again. Morning pays. Another reason is anxiety, because nighttime removes the noise that was covering worry. It matters. During the day, tasks can distract the mind from what it has not processed. Every night, at night, the mind finally has empty space, and anxiety rushes to fill it. Pressure grows. Small concerns become huge because there is no daylight context to shrink them. Rest waits. A text message, a meeting, a bill, or a strange tone becomes a puzzle. Thoughts echo. The brain tries to solve tomorrow before tomorrow arrives, hoping preparation creates safety. Safety matters. But solving life at midnight usually creates more questions, not more calm. Time stretches. The body needs rest, while the threat system believes thinking is protection. Patterns repeat. This is why tired people can still feel mentally wired and physically restless. Relief pulls. The insomnia is not random. It is the nervous system trying to prevent danger. Morning pays. Phones make the pattern stronger because they offer tiny rewards exactly when emotions feel uncomfortable. It matters. A video, message, or post gives quick novelty when the mind feels trapped. Every night, the screen becomes a control panel for mood, attention, and temporary escape. Pressure grows. Every swipe says maybe the next thing will feel better than this feeling. Rest waits. That maybe is powerful because it keeps the brain waiting for one more reward. Thoughts echo. Blue light matters, but emotional reward often matters even more. Safety matters. The person is not only avoiding sleep, they are searching for a better ending. Time stretches. If the day felt unfinished or disappointing, the feed offers endless replacement moments. Patterns repeat. But the more stimulation the brain receives, the less sleep feels like the next step. Relief pulls. The phone promises relief, but often rents the mind for another hour. Morning pays. Many late sleepers also feel more like themselves at night. It matters. The evening gives them silence, privacy, creativity, and fewer social masks. Every night, they may write, plan, dream, research, or simply exist without interruption. Pressure grows. For someone overstimulated by people, nighttime can feel like emotional oxygen. Rest waits. That makes sleep feel like losing the best part of the day. Thoughts echo. The brain learns that midnight equals freedom, even if the body pays later. Safety matters. Over time, this identity becomes part of the routine. I am a night person. Time stretches. Sometimes that is biological, but sometimes it is a lifestyle built around recovery. Patterns repeat. The question is whether night energy is true rhythm or delayed emotional repair. Relief pulls. Understanding that difference changes how the problem should be solved. Morning pays. Late sleep can also be avoidance, especially when tomorrow feels heavy. It matters. Going to bed means waking up closer to responsibilities the person does not want. Every night. So staying awake becomes a way to pause time, even briefly. Pressure grows. This is common when life feels demanding but not deeply satisfying. Rest waits. The night becomes a waiting room between a draining day and another draining day. Thoughts echo. Instead of resting, the person negotiates with the future by refusing to arrive. Safety matters. That refusal can feel comforting because it creates an illusion of control. Time stretches. But time does not pause. It only collects the cost in the morning. Patterns repeat. Avoidance works emotionally for minutes, then fails biologically for hours. Relief pulls. The pattern repeats because the emotional problem is never actually processed. Morning pays. After a late night, the morning begins with fog, guilt, and rushed decisions. It matters. Caffeine becomes a rescue tool, then a reason the evening body stays alert. Every night, the person performs the day tired, which makes self-control weaker at night. Pressure grows. Because the day felt hard, they feel they deserve a little more nighttime comfort. Rest waits. Then comfort becomes delay, delay becomes lost sleep, and lost sleep becomes another hard day. Thoughts echo. This loop can make someone believe they are broken when they are actually overloaded. Safety matters. Shame makes the loop worse because stress is not a sleep aid. Time stretches. The body learns the bed is a place for thinking, scrolling, and frustration. Patterns repeat. That association matters because sleep depends on cues, repetition, and trust. Relief pulls. Changing the cycle requires more than commanding yourself to sleep earlier. Morning pays. The first step is noticing what midnight is giving you psychologically. It matters. Is it freedom, silence, revenge, safety, creativity, comfort, or avoidance? Every night. The answer matters because each reason needs a different solution. Pressure grows. If night gives freedom, schedule small ownership moments during the day. Rest waits. If night gives safety, create a worry ritual before the bedroom becomes quiet. Thoughts echo. If night gives stimulation, design a lower reward landing zone before bed. Safety matters. If night gives avoidance, the real work may be changing the life being avoided. Time stretches. Sleep improves when the brain believes tomorrow is survivable. Patterns repeat. A calming routine helps, but only if it addresses the emotional job of the night. Relief pulls. The goal is not punishment. It is replacing midnight's function with healthier support. Morning pays. People who cannot sleep before midnight are often not careless. They are unresolved. It matters. They may be overstimulated, underrested, anxious, lonely, creative, or emotionally crowded. Every night, their mind is asking for space, but it is asking at the most expensive time. Pressure grows. The compassionate question is not what is wrong with me. Rest waits. The better question is what need am I meeting after everyone else goes quiet? Thoughts echo. That question turns shame into information and information into strategy. Safety matters. Once the need is named, the night loses some of its mysterious power. Time stretches. Sleep becomes easier when the day contains more control, recovery, and emotional closure. Patterns repeat. The nervous system does not fall asleep by force. It relaxes when it feels safe. Relief pulls. Midnight insomnia is often a message, not a moral failure. Morning pays. So if your brain wakes up at night, listen before you judge it. It matters. Ask whether you are chasing pleasure, avoiding tomorrow, or searching for yourself. Every night. Then give that need a place earlier, before exhaustion makes the decision. Pressure grows. Protect a small part of the day that belongs only to you. Rest waits. Write down worries before bed, so the pillow is not your office. Thoughts echo. Lower the reward level gradually, so your brain can land instead of crash. Make tomorrow less threatening where you can, because fear keeps the lights on. The goal is not to become perfect, it is to become understood. When the mind feels heard, the body gets permission to rest. And before midnight stops feeling like escape, sleep can finally feel like safety.